Save on parts and accessories this race season with eBay. That's the mechanic mindset.
For Scandinavian-style passions, Belliani, for you, for me, for everyone.
And we talked about these guys going to school early. You gotta try. You gotta find out what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. And you're hoping that when you try things and it does work, the people around you see that and see strength in your car, because you want these guys to feel like you're strong in the car, that late in the day, they want to go with you wherever you go.
But I also think the reason it's not working, there's only two of them. You use the word energy. There's no energy right there right now. No man's land. You come down to the end, push come to shove, watch. That middle line will be the place where you need to be to make a move for a win.
Jacques Villeneuve dropping back, going one lap down. They had some problems in their qualifying race. He's up on the high side, the former Formula One champ.
And you saw Harrison right there get loose underneath of him. That's going to be something that we watch as these tires start to wear out. Everybody will be something sliding around.
Let's go to 8th place, outside pole sitter Alex Bowman and Regan Smith.
Well, like you mentioned, it started on the front row for the 5th straight here. Alex Bowman fell back very early on to mid-pack. He's began working his way back to the front of the pack now in 8th place. All good with that race car. He has been silent on the radio, just couldn't get the right line as the race got started there.
Coming back from Landon Castle, Joey Logano was in position to win his qualifying race. Chris Buescher made a drop to the bottom. Logano came down to block and ended up in the wall, tore up his car. This is a backup for Logano, who started back in 38th, and he's worked his way halfway through the field.
Yeah, just a little late block, you know, but not only Joey Logano learning, everybody in the field learned from that mistake made. But you know, and hey, Tony, what are you going to have to do to win this race? If you're the leader, what are you going to have to do when you come around here for the last lap? What's one thing you're going to have to do? Make a big-time block, which is what he was prepared to do, and he already said in the pre-race he'd do it again tomorrow.
Kyle Busch leading that inside train. We listened in.
This doesn't seem like it runs down here. It seems like the tidal radius is pinching it off and it's just dragging it down. Up top it just free rolls better, especially down off the hill. I don't know if the bottom, they would have faster cars up top, stronger cars down low. I don't know if we've got anything.
And something I heard Thursday night during qualifying races, it seems like in the middle of the corner we hear a lot of RPM drop that we don't normally hear from the last generation car. It just seemed like the cars get bogged down in the center corner. And that's what Kyle's talking about. It just doesn't roll the corner and maintain speed. That's why that top lane is probably advantageous, because they can stay up, get a big run up the hill, big run down the hill coming off, and keep that momentum going.
Now the third car inside is Martin Truex. We'll have a look there with, and we'll get his telemetry up. He's in 17th place. Green, of course, is throttled. You see him lifting there. Stay off the back of the car in front of him, which is Christopher Bell. The red line is the steering wheel angle. And then there's a brake light at the bottom you'll rarely see.
But staying on that right now, you said as soon as we came onto his telemetry, you saw him lifting out of the corner. Now watch him as he approaches Christopher Bell right in front of him. He'll have to lift out of the gas. Those guys on the outside with that big run that Tony was talking about, they hold it wide open. Letting out of the gas and creating a slack in the chain, if you will, that loses momentum, and that outside will prevail every time.
And that's the key right now. I mean, if you're able to sit there and not have to lift, if you can keep the accordion effect from pushing the guy ahead of you too far and creating that gap, if you can get even and maintain that and stay wide open, that's the best way to make time.
Brad Keselowski's done all but one lap so far. He's a 7-time Super Speedway winner, most of all active drivers.